Good morning and welcome to whatever the hell this is. Good morning, Professor Lex Fantastic.
Professor Lex Fantastic, that's me.
Yeah, did you see the thumbnail?
Huh? No.
The thumbnail for this morning?
No.
No? There'll be a brief pause while Lex goes off and has a look at the thumbnail.
Hang on.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll do some hellos while you go and find it. We've got Christine Davies, Heather the Treasure Pirate, Jason Entwistle, Dave Repairs, who says fourth. If everybody did that, you'd all be sitting there going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27th. Deborah 51, Miss Cambridge. It pays to view, which is Jesse, who for some reason has changed his channel name again because he wants to try and confuse us, but it didn't work because I'm onto him. Welsh Wonder Nia, Leanne Hill. Deborah says it's nice weather for sitting in the garden this morning. Well, it is here in Blythe, Northumberland. I don't know. Is Northumberland up? Or am I falling to the idea that because it's got north in the word, it must be up? It might not be up.
Yeah, Northumberland is up. Northumberland is like Newcastle-ish.
Okay. Geography, no.
I think so.
Yeah. I take your word for it. I just don't know any geography. Deb Hughes, Kay Gilson, Heather Wood is now back on the other computer, and she doesn't understand why it doesn't know she's the treasure pirate. Rebecca Turner, Deb Hughes, I think I've said hello to already. Chris Tyler, Kazi Carl, Sam's in Reselling Polly, Gloria 1, Lisa J. Well, Lisa count 1. You've got 1 Lisa so far. I've got no Claires so far, so let's hope some Claires come in.
You've got to clear, don't worry.
Laura Eccleston Siebel, where's it gone? It's shot off. Laura Eccleston Siebel, Rowan's in, hi Rowan, Antoinette Daly, Claire Borden, Claire count 1. Helen, Jane Everton, Martina Relove Reseller, Lavender Lady, Jane McGrath, C. Reeves. We might have to have a Jane counter this way. We've got a couple of Janes going on. Joan, Shazan Hussein, Fun Stuff 24, which is Jackie. Yeah, my brain farted then for a bit.
You could have like James, Jackie's, Julie's, and Jones as like a little team together.
If we're doing that, you're going to have to start keeping count because I've lost it already. Bumblebee, Carrie L33, Mrs. Andrea's in. Good morning, Andrea. Claire James, Claire count 2. That was 1 finger. Claire count 2. I can't even count my own fingers. Julie Curry, Mrs. Carroll, Joan Morris, Kate Kinder, Queenie Conquest, Mother of Norman, Lady Lolly, Joanne Sturt, quiz champion Queen-esque, almighty Joanne Sturt, Bad Wolf, which is Sue or Susan, I don't know which she prefers, Aish Mag, which used to be Aish McGee or Aish McGroth or something. I don't realise I did change her name. Malcolm, oh lordy, KD, Wolfram Creative, and
Claire?
And another Claire.
She's Wolfram Creative is a Claire.
Oh, there we go. Claire count. I'm on 3 Claire. You are so outnumbered already.
And yes, Joanne's can be included in the J crew.
Okay,
definitely.
Cool. I think the J crew have probably outnumbered the Claires, but the Claires are definitely kicking the Lisa's asses. And finally, last but not least, Ian the Tart Doctor. Good morning. Oh no, and Sail Away. You were nearly last but not least, Ian, and then Sail Away popped in. Good morning, everybody.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
It is a lot of laughs.
A lot of people.
A lot of laughs.
I can't do Scout.
I want to know who's attempted a home haircut yet, except me. I don't count. And for Julie says she hasn't. It went well. So Pixar, it didn't happen. Fandria, Nadine, Kirsten's Curiosities, Craig the Monocle, Kath Palmer, who's just struggled back from the loo to watch us both. Kath has got a hip to toe cast on because a dog leapt on her and killed her leg. Laney's in, and Julie Haynes. There's another Julie for the J Crew. 93 of you watching. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We have no plan. Today, it's over to you. By the way, hit the like button because I like it when you do that. Oh, Laurel's in. Good morning, Laurel. So, Bad Wolf says she's a Susan, but she'll be in a Sue Crew if one develops. We should definitely develop a Sue Crew.
Well, my mum's a Susan. We've got Auntie Sue as well. And I tell you what, I reckon that'll be the hardest bunch of the lot.
I'm not taking on your mum. And I'm definitely not taking on
Auntie Sue. Right? Yeah.
For starters, even if you could beat up Auntie Sue, you'd never survive the backlash.
No, exactly.
You know? Exactly.
The world behind her.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've said hello to everybody. I'm sorry if I missed you. Good morning, everybody. And as I was saying today, because Lex and I have decided we can't brain, It's over to you. Today is you ask the questions, we answer them. No pressure. Off you go. Good morning, Patricia. So what I think we'll do is have some structure. Please state in your question whether it's for Lex or me or both. That's the only structure I'm implementing. Or neither. Then I've got to find somebody else.
Question for Buddy. Woof.
Okay, so yes, so it's over to you guys to answer the questions, and here's Azumi to show you her bottom. There's Azumi's starfish, delightful. Thank you so much, Azumi.
She's determined, isn't she? She just loves when I'm on camera.
Paper bum view.
You're such a good girl. You're such a good girl with a lovely.
We're not given this homework in advance, lol. Well, there's homeschooling for you. Sam says she bleached her son's hair as he wants it purple. He's now a nice shade of ginger. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and Joan has a question to both of us. What are you finding the hardest about lockdown? Lex, that one's for you first.
Hardest keeping sane. Genuinely.
Well,
exactly. Can you imagine?
Sense of sanity.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm holding on by the skin of my teeth.
Hanging by a thread, as Adrian Boswell used to say. I'm hanging by a thread.
By a thread. Obviously, the most difficult, and this is what I was saying to. Can't remember who I was saying it to the other day, actually, but a lot of people have who they love generally most in the entire world in the same house as them. And obviously I've got my mum and my cat, but there are, I unfortunately don't have a lot of the people that I love truly dearly in the same house as me. And I've got no one to cuddle other than Anthony, and that is what I'm finding really difficult is that,
Yeah.
And, and there are, there's things like I can appreciate a nice day and I can appreciate sitting outside in the garden and things like that. And then it's but we would have been doing this right now. And it's to try not to think like that is difficult. It's trying not to think of that, we could be, sat outside the tea risher with a nice cold pint right now playing cards. No, trying not to think like that. That's what I'm finding the hardest probably.
Yeah. It will end.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It will end, and then probably within about 3 weeks, we'll be like, I'm so sick of Alana and Bianca and Carla. I never want to see these people again.
Yeah, I cannot wait until I'm sick of the sight of them. Really can't. I had a message off Alana at about 6 o'clock this morning because she always gets up because she's got endometriosis, bless her, and she has to get up really early to rub her tummy in because she's in a lot of pain. So she'll always message me ridiculous o'clock in the morning when she's awake. But it was 25 pubs in Wales with fantastic beer gardens. And we were like, we're walking to all of them because we're going to be so fat as well. But we'll
to go on a massive pub hike.
I am well prepared to do the biggest pub crawl around Wales. When all this is over, I'm well up for doing that. And then Bianca sent me another message saying, because they're from an Italian family and they've got family in Sicily. And in Sicily, there's this drive to get tourists to come back eventually. So there was some link about they would pay your flights to go over. And I'm like, I'm up for going to Sicily and we can go and visit her relatives and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
That'd be lush. So yes, looking forward to things like that, making far off plans, far off. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What about you?
I'm going to give you the light-hearted answer, Wetherspoons. And I know that I'm not supposed to like Wetherspoons anymore. I know I'm not, but that's worse. Really miss them going out for dinner and I like spoons best. There you go. That's the light-hearted answer. Okay, next one. Jane McGrath wants to know, Lex, what is that next perfume you like?
Oh, it's Next Cashmere. I have bottles just around the place. So I've got two. There's one on my shelf there, and then there's one next to my hi-fi. So they're in, and I've got one upstairs as well. It's so nice, honestly. For a budget perfume, I think it's about £15 a bottle. It is so nice, and it lasts all day, and it is just is gorgeous, really is. Highly
Be
recommend.
interested to see if Azmi now doesn't come back, if Azmi takes offence at the fact that you've now scented the air around you.
She's just given me a stinking, like, yeah, but that's normal for Azmi to be
Okay,
fair.
question from Kirsten. She wants advice. How do I justify buying new clothes when all I'm wearing is PJs and yoga leggings? Retail therapy. If it makes you happy, do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
You
your justification.
don't justify anything. If it's your money and you want to spend it, you bloody well do it.
Absolutely.
And even if it's not your money, even if it's on credit card, fuck
Even
it.
if it's stolen, go and rob someone.
Yeah.
I mean, don't hurt them. Be nice. Be kind.
Don't do that.
Just steal a bit.
But you spend your money however the hell you want.
Jackie wants to know what's the best lockdown meal you've concocted so far.
To be fair, nothing's been very different to how we normally eat. I did have to go 9 days without kale, which was, and now I've got fuck tons of kale because
I'm not letting that happen again.
Yeah, exactly. A bag in the freezer and 2 bags in the fridge, and and kale is on every single order. Like whenever we manage to get like an Asda or a Tesco slot, it's like right straight to the kale. Make sure that's on there.
Other people are going milk. Lex is going kale.
Kale, damn it. No, nothing weird. But I think trying to consciously, we do this anyway. We always have a few leftover days in the week where we'll like today is a leftover day where we'll just rummage in the fridge and see what needs using up. And yes, got kale growing in the garden as well, so gonna have mountains of kale. But yeah, nothing particularly weird so far. What about
I haven't
you?
made anything different. I think we're pretty much eating what we usually eat, apart from the fact that I'm having to bloody cook it. I haven't concocted anything. We haven't got to the point yet where we're having chicken nuggets with chickpea juice and mandarins on the side or anything like that. We haven't got that far,
That is a little bit, like them all-you-can-eat buffet places, like the one that me and you went to, which was amazing. What's it called? Like Zaza
Bazaar.
Yeah, Zaza Bazaar. I find in those places you end up with the weirdest concoctions on your plate, don't you? Because
you go to the Chinese section and you get your sweet and sour, and then on the way back you walk past the hot dog, so you pop a hot dog on your plate, and on the way past that you notice the ice cream, and you're like, I'll just put some ice cream on as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'll have some olives and some barbecue chicken and a pie and sushi, and that goes very well together. Pie and sushi. Who knew?
Who knew? Yeah.
With gravy.
Malcolm wants to know: have we started going through our piles of shame and noticed the items are selling quickly and wonder why you've not listed before? Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
totally.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Kind of should have sold this a long time ago. I've had money sitting there in the cupboard like an idiot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what a pile of shame for. Now I feel vindicated having those death piles. I feel vindicated in having them because I'm in a not meaning to sound smug way, not suffering the way some resellers are for not having stock. So I feel validated. Absolutely.
No, like I was definitely one before of like, I'll buy it, I'll list it like in pretty much the same week. And then I started getting a backlog because I was buying so much. And now I'm like, I'm so glad I bought so much. I'm so glad.
The little voice told you to do that.
Yeah.
Dan goes in, he's still in hospital. He's hoping to go home Tuesday. I hope they let you out soon, Michael, though. At least in hospital, I don't know where I was going with that.
You get fed.
Huh?
At least in hospital.
You've got a bed. I'm sure he's got a bed at home.
No, you get fed.
Doesn't go home. I thought you said he's got a bed. I was like, doesn't go home and just sit in the corner going, I wish I had a bed. Becca Dukes in. Queenie Conquest says, what's your question to both? Who is your favourite style icon, modern day or someone who has passed?
Kurt Cobain. Because I was a proper grunge kid in the 90s, and what more could an angsty teenager want to wear than ripped jeans and old t-shirts and stuff that made us look really ugly? That was great. And then obviously people like Vivienne Westwood, I think, are amazing. And just anyone that just dares to be a bit bonkers with their clothes and just enjoy it, because that's what it's there for,
I like the 50s kind of, like the wiggle dresses and stuff like that, but also, the end result of Sandy in Greece.
Yes.
That's the look I like. The off the shoulder, the Bardo top, and obviously I can't bloody wear it because I don't look like that.
Well,
But oh
neither
my
could
God, if I
they.
did, I would.
They had to sew her into those
Yeah.
pants, didn't they?
Yeah,
Like,
they'd have to
so
sew me
she
back
could.
in. How many times did they have to sew me back in? Every time I breathe, they'd burst out. Yeah. But yeah, that kind of style. That's the, I love that rock chick. Yeah. But I
Oh,
can't
and
throw it off.
have
Can't
you
throw
seen
it off.
Fight Club as well?
I've never
So
seen Fight
Marla, my all-time favorite film. Marla, who is, what's her face? Not the Queen, Margaret, the other one. Tim Burton's missus. Why can't I think of her name?
I can't now you've done that. Thank you.
God, you bitch. Her, not her, but the one that she
Now
killed.
you said that. Help! People in the chat, help!
No, not Julie Ward. No, what's her name? Helena Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham Carter. There we go. Thank you.
She's bloody brilliant. Like, whatever she's in, she looks awesome, and I love that she is bonkers like that. And
I would watch her painting her garden shed. Literally, if you said to me, Helena Bonham Carter's doing a live stream of her painting her garden shed, and she's not going to speak, she's literally, I would watch that. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Martina wants to know, even with more time on your hands, are you finding motivation harder to find? Hell yes. I don't want to do any work. I think I've said this before, it's worse because I don't have to do any work because I've got plenty of time. I can do it later. There's no impetus. All the deadlines are gone, there's always tomorrow.
I think I read you out that Facebook post the other day. I know it was like an Instagram thing or Twitter thing, that how your brain is working right now, that your brain is in survival mode, which is a certain part of the brain. And it's harder to now turn on other parts of the brain, such as making plans for the future, or, trying to just concentrate on reading a book, or doing work, because your brain then has to switch to using a different part of the brain, which is difficult when you're in survival mode.
Yeah.
So there is no, like, as much as we would love to, yes, let's get on and crack on and do stuff, it is harder to get that motivation because our brains have to be in this mode right now. That's why I'm trying not to do listing every day, because trying to switch over to that part of the brain every day is really difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Lainey says, question to both, how are you motivating yourself? I didn't realize how much I daydream staring at the wall, and the answer is I'm not, Lainey. Not motivating myself at all. I'm just plodding on. I'm just going, just keep on going, keep on keeping on, keep on swimming.
Yeah, that's it really. Yeah.
I
love staring at a wall.
I must admit, I spend more time staring at my wallpaper. When you look at wallpaper and you see things in your wallpaper that obviously aren't actually there, but you can make little faces or whatever. Yeah, but although it did backfire. Back when I had my Kallax units in my bedroom and I made cardboard doors for them because I couldn't afford the drawers. I made cardboard doors and covered them in a pink and silver wallpaper, and it had Hitler in it, which was a bit off-putting.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I looked at it and I was like, oh, there's Hitler's face, and he's frowning and he doesn't look very chuffed. And when I point out to other people, they're like, oh my God, you're right. That does look exactly like a frowning Hitler.
You definitely don't want that in your bedroom. Definitely not.
Okay. Chris Tyler says, question to both. If you had to change your screen names, what would you change them to?
Professor Lex Fantastic.
I feel like we can do that now. Where is the display name thing? How do you do that?
I have no idea. I've never changed it. I don't even know how that got there to begin with.
I don't remember how to change it. So I would do it now, but I don't remember how. So I have to stay as it is.
Yeah. But I would genuinely change my name to that. I mean, like, I would love to be a genuine professor as well.
Mm-hmm.
I did toy with the idea of doing a PhD in film at some point. But then also the idea of having to write more essays. Well, it wouldn't be essays at that point. It would be like a 20,000 word dissertation. It's like, I don't know 20,000 words. So.
Well, how many times can you use and, the, and to? Because I reckon that would use up a lot.
Okay, you could that would maybe be about 5,000 of them.
Yeah.
Possibly. But you still got to think of another 15,000, and oh my God.
And also, they have to go together as well, aren't they? I think I've never written a dissertation, but as I understand it, you're not allowed to just think up words and put them in.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to put them in some sort of order. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I don't know why I would change my screen name. I've named myself Sideshow Blob this morning for the for the for the thumbnail because that's how I felt when I was like, oh God.
Oh,
This camera is not flattering. Just in case anybody's wondering, I haven't been up all night crying, even though my eyes look like I have, and my skin actually isn't as red and blotchy as this camera is making it appear. But I don't seem to be able to sort out the lighting and make myself look any less bloody dreadful. But I actually I look okay for me in the mirror. I look quite, quite average.
Carla, the camera adds £10.
How many cameras are on you? Okay, question. Carla Lex, does your post limit on how many parcels you're allowed to send and whether they're essential items? No idea, Deb Hughes. I do not set foot in my post office. It is the gates of hell. I've not been in my post office for a million years.
I love my post office in Bridgend. I know them all by first name, and they know me all by first name. And they are genuinely happy. Like when I come in and we have a good old chat, and they're like, "Oh, do you miss your machine?" Because I normally use this one machine to print off all the postage on, because they have a self-service bit, and now you can't use that machine because you'd have to touch it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm really missing my machine. Like, I even want to go up and hug it. But a nice old chat with Margaret. She's always on like front of house and stuff. And but no, there's no limit. I think they're actually kind of grateful for the business at the moment, and the company.
Hi, Sandy Beach. Hi, Woo76. Hi, anyone who's come in that I didn't see. Kirsten's surprised that you can freeze kale. So that's how far behind the chat I am. I'm about 10 minutes behind in the chat.
Not sure if you can freeze kale, but we're trying it.
Okay, Rowan says, Lex, what is your Instagram name? Some stranger has Bad Biscuit.
It's Bad Biscuit _Lex.
There we go.
And the original Bad Biscuit might also have been me as well. I'm not sure.
Mike says he's missing his snacks. What are you missing? I'm just missing somebody else preparing meals and taking the dirty plate away afterwards. Really missing that.
Missing shopping.
Oh yeah, and I'm missing the car boots horrendously. I think that's one of the things I don't wake up particularly bright and cheerful on a Sunday morning at the moment, because I wake up and go, it's a lovely day. I should be in a field. Oh!
You can be in a field if you like. It's just that no one else will be there selling stuff. Just go to the field and
sit in the car boot field and imagine a car boot around me.
Yeah.
Sailaway says their best meal was mackerel pasta with mushroom and peppers and garlic seasoning.
Sorry. That's weird.
It's right. Well, you've gone very blurry, so nobody can see what faces you're pulling. You're all right. You've gone really, really pixelated.
Have I?
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know why.
It was really clear a minute ago, so I don't know why it suddenly goes. Ian says, question to both of you. You're in a lift full of people and you do a quiet fart. Do you excuse yourself or say nothing? If it's silent, then I say nothing, mate. Never confess unless you have to. If it was loud, I would excuse myself and be absolutely mortified and run away at the next level, even if that wasn't the level I was going to. But if it was silent, I would absolutely play dumb.
Yeah, same. And I tend not to fart that much.
And yet you eat all this kale.
It's the benefits of a low carbohydrate diet is that you don't tend to fart so much.
See, I drink a lot of Pepsi Max. So in the morning, I'm a bit like a balloon deflating where it's built up overnight. You must have heard it when you've stayed here the night. You must have heard my morning fart.
Yep.
It's woken the kids before. One of the kids was shouting from the other room, morning. Oh, Heather said her husband came in the room and waved at us too, assuming that we were having a live chat together. Let's wave at Heather's husband. Woo!
Hello.
Lisa Heidinger's in and says, yay, good morning, I caught you live. There's a Lisa for your Lisa count. I think you're only on 2, though. I've still got 3 Claires to your 2 Lisas.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, people are talking about freezing kale. I'm so far behind in the chat. Scrolling down, French Fancy's in, Double Karma's in. Dave Repairs agrees that Kurt Cobain was a legend. Oh God, I really have. I'm way back.
Come on, hurry up, jeez.
Way back. Oh, Oh my God! People are going, Helena Bonham Carter. That's how far behind I
Helena
am.
Bonham Carter.
Oh my God! I'm going to scroll to the. I'm going to. Oh, where should I go? I'm going to miss people's questions. Kath says Kirsten should buy it when she sees it. Good stock's not always available. But oh no, not Kirsten. Stock death piles. There we go. Death piles. That was about. People are saying I should wear that style of dress that style of clothing if I want to. Yeah, but I have to feel comfortable in it as well. That's the thing. It's not just a question of wearing it because you love it. It's also wearing it because you feel at home in it, isn't it? And so just because I like the way it looks on other people doesn't mean I like the way it looks on me, but I wish it did look like on me. Does that make any sense? Gloria, question for both. Is there anything you're not going to reintroduce when out of lockdown? I'm don't like reintroduce, but I'm definitely going to make the effort to contact my friends more. And I want to go out and do more things. I'd made that decision this year that I was going to do more, mostly inspired by Lex, if I'm honest. So Lex goes, I want to do a thing, and does a thing. She goes, I want to do a fucking burlesque class, and she books one. I want to go and get tickets for so-and-so, and off she goes. And she goes, I've got tickets for this weekend, and I'm doing that next weekend. And the beginning of this year, I said to Nat, we need to do more stuff. We're not doing enough stuff. We're not embracing life and going and doing the things that are out there. So this year we started booking stuff, and we booked comedy gig tickets, and we booked holidays, and we and the lockdown came along and went, fuck you. Which you have to laugh about because otherwise I'd cry. So
Yeah.
over, I am going for it. I'm booking everything I can bloody afford, and possibly some stuff that I can't. But that's not actually what Gloria asked. Is there anything you're not going to reintroduce? I'm not going to go back to frittering all my money. That's the one thing I want to. Yeah, I'm not going to reintroduce too much random spending on popping into Tesco's for a sandwich and spending 12 quid while I'm there and stuff like that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want things to go back to normal so much, because obviously normal was kind of a bit wrong to get us to this situation in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not reintroducing. I think it's definitely a lot more of just being aware of stuff now. And no, I don't know. I'm still going to go to pubs and go to zoos and do the things that I want to do, but maybe it's just with a little bit more care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, something I do want to do is try and be what they call. I know it's a buzzword. In the moment, I want to try and put my phone down when I'm out and about more and enjoy myself more. Now that there's a bit of an element of difficulty that if you do a vlog, because you feel like you've got to be filming stuff, otherwise you've done stuff and there's no vlog. So it's finding a balance. But yeah, I don't want to sit there. If I'm out with my friends for dinner, I don't want to sit there looking at my phone. Why am I doing that? I'm with my friends.
No, I completely agree with that. That does.
Yes, let's do more quality fucking time and less. Yeah, less taking people for granted.
Yeah.
Okay, Lainey says, question to both. What have you had the time to watch or do that you've been meaning to for ages? I've had time to watch and do everything. I haven't done it though.
Oh, I finally watched series 2 of Afterlife. I know it's been on only for about a week or so, but you know that Ricky Gervais thing? And everyone's been going on about like how brilliant it is. And I don't think it is. I think it's too like, and now let's have some soft music, and then Ricky Gervais is gonna be a little bit tearful and talk about his wife.
I've never watched him. I don't particularly like Ricky Gervais, and I want to like him because I know he's a massive animal lover, and I think that's a good thing, and he's probably a good bloke, but I don't particularly like him all the same.
It's very well written, as in like for its purpose of it being sometimes funny and sometimes quite lovely and will make you cry. But I think it's that thing of like, because I've studied film and television and I've studied script writing and I know the beats in script writing, it's like I can see it coming, and it kind of ruins that it's very formulaic, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just that's just me talking.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not crying, I've just got some in my eye.
Don't cry.
Lisa Heidinger wants to know if you could be amazing at any skill, what would it be?
Either driving or playing the guitar. I wish I had the patience for either.
I wish I could play the drums.
Oh, the drums!
I'd love to be able to play the drums.
Hell yeah.
And without meaning any offense to any drummers out there, it looks like one of the easier instruments to learn, and yet it probably isn't.
Oh no, it's
It
really
looks like you could just go bash, 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 and job done, but you probably can't.
no. Oh, no. Yeah, drumming would be awesome actually, or just any instrument really well. Like I did have guitar lessons and piano lessons as a kid. I can play by ear like the piano, so like
Yeah,
play me a tune and I could play it.
yeah,
That's when I was a child genius, and then I grew up and then I forgot how to be a child genius. And
yeah. You find that a lot, yeah.
yeah. So
Also, I wish I could draw. I cannot draw to save my life.
you can.
No, I can't.
Oh,
No, I really can't. Honestly, I cannot draw recognizable stuff.
yeah, okay.
I can doodle. That's not the same thing. Okay, Lainey, question to both. What have you seen that's been amazing since lockdown, like Captain Tom, etc.?
Oh, my friend's daughter's little kid who's got, oh, I want to say the right thing. I'm not quite sure what it is. Might be cystic fibrosis. She's got a condition that makes it very hard for her to walk. And she is doing one lap on her little tricycle every day. I think it's for like 26 days or something. And she wanted to raise £100, and she's now nearly up to £1,000. And that's
nice.
It's for like the little kind of it's not a school. It's called Bobath, I think, and it's
Bobath is a Welsh children's charity.
Yeah, and they really helped her out like a lot with stuff. So
well, if you can find us a link before the end of the chat, stick it in the chat, and then I'm sure people are going along to put a couple of quid on, and I will put it underneath this video as well. And anyone watching it back might put a couple of quid on, because it'd be lovely to have a surprise boost to her funds, wouldn't it?
I will try and find it now. Hang on.
Nice for that little girl to go, oh my God, look. Well, she probably doesn't say, oh my God. She probably says, oh golly gosh, because she's a little girl. But you know, it depends if she's a safe little girl, she probably says something terrible.
Oh, she has dystonic cerebral palsy. There you go.
Yes, it's lovely for her to suddenly check her GoFundMe page and discover that not GoFundMe, just Giving page, and discover it had rocketed, wouldn't it? Okay. Okay, Rowan's asking your Instagram name, but we've answered that one, so she must have asked it again before I'd scrolled down the chat far enough to see it the first time, I think.
I can't put a link in the chat, can I? I can't type in the chat. That's annoying.
You can if you go over to the YouTube page instead of here.
Oh, okay, hang on. I'll have to do that thing where I've got to mute stuff in it.
Okay. Woo says, has anyone found they've got a guilty crush on a politician or expert? No. I've got a bit of a girl thing about Julie Sturgeon. Not that I find her physically attractive in any way or anything like that, but I wish she was our fucking Prime Minister instead of just the Scottish
Nicola Sturgeon.
Nicola Sturgeon. Where'd I get Julie from? Nicola Sturgeon.
But she's the beast.
Yeah, because I just feel like she is so good for Scotland. So good for Scotland, and we could do with one of them.
Or any female prime minister by the looks of it, because you see like the New Zealand one that
absolutely
it's just no one will die.
Yeah,
you know. Like, yeah, bitches.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nadine says, am I using the Mac to stream now? And yes, I am, and that's why my face looks so red and blotchy. And if anybody knows how I can deal with the Mac camera to make it less brutal, that would be lovely.
And I'm sorry if I am blurry, but you know, never mind.
And Andrea's next question is, have I been using Zahira's makeup? See, I look red. It's this flipping. I don't know how to. I don't know what to do about it. I'm sorry. I look like I've been coloured in. Claire Plant's here, and she says, sign in for my late mark. Go to the headmaster's office, Claire. Sit outside, and when he comes out, tell him you've been naughty. Do you remember doing that? Being sent to the headmaster's office, and you sit outside, and when he came out, he would just look at you completely puzzled, because you could see him thinking, "Why the fuck do the teachers keep sending you people here? I've got stuff to do."
I've never been sent to the headmasters. I was.
Oh, come on!
Seriously, I was a good girl in school until sixth form.
Keener.
And until sixth form, where I would turn up to school drunk.
Keener. Right.
I wasn't under the radar, you know.
I've missed loads again, haven't I? I've missed absolutely loads of chat. I'm so far behind on the chat, people. I'm so sorry. hand painted by Claire. Claire count 4, 5. Claire count 5.
Because we have a secret Claire.
Yeah. Says, good morning, ladies. Lex, have you thought about doing the ASMR thing? Your voice is very relaxing.
I would, but I find ASMR really freaking irritating. Like, you know, when people do that, oh, it's all bristly, and then they like crinkly, and like, oh,
I don't really understand it. It's a bit of a mystery to me.
Cotton wool on my teeth to me. I find it so annoying. Oh, I've even, you know, I've tried hypnosis, like listening to hypnosis things, and they're all like, you know, so we're counting down from this, and you know, think of this place and lovely. All they do, they don't send me to sleep. They wake me up more because I'm going like, God, you're irritating. That's so annoying. Shut up.
Lisa J wants to know, are you terrified when you go out food shopping, or are you laid back about it?
No, I'm just saying I'm all right with it. I've fixed my routine of what I think keeps me safe. Just like when I used to have panic attacks, I convinced myself that drinking Ribena would stop me from having a panic attack. I mean, it doesn't, but I convinced myself that I had. So I've convinced myself that my routine keeps me safe.
Yeah. I think I'm not, sorry, I've got hiccups. I'm not terrified about getting coronavirus when I go out shopping, but I do feel very under pressure while I'm shopping, because I feel pressured to remember to stay 2 meters away from other people. I feel pressured when they don't remember it to me. Not that I'm not angry with them for not remembering, but I feel like if they've forgotten and they're drifting towards me, then I need to be one that remembers and moves away. So I feel pressured about that, and that's for their safety. Well, like I said, I'm not really worried about it for my own safety, but I feel like, oh look, they've forgotten. I need to move away because they've forgotten. And I feel pressured to not waste too much time choosing stuff because somebody is waiting 2 meters behind me because they can't walk past me and I can't find the sausages I want. So I feel like any relaxed enjoyment has gone out of shopping from that point of view, but I'm not terrified about the virus while shopping.
Yeah.
I just feel that it's not relaxing. I don't feel like I can browse, because if I browse, I'm holding people up. And also because the government is saying, don't browse, run in, buy what you need and run home. You know?
And certainly don't buy anything that you might enjoy while you're there.
Yes. Straight past the chocolate. Yes, I know you're in the shop anyway, but that's not essential.
Bloody you definitely can't buy any clothes or disco balls or maybe a pinata.
Yeah.
I really wanted a pinata the other day.
You are?
I really wanted a pinata. And there's sweets inside.
Joan has a question for both. Have you got any lockdown routines? Are you still going to bed, getting up and eating at the same time? Nothing has changed in my day-to-day life that way around. I'm still having biscuits for breakfast and going to bed while I fall asleep on the sofa, which I've always done.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I'm quite a light sleeper, and I do get up a couple of times in the night anyway. I've been having weirder dreams, that's for sure. And other than 2 days, I've had 2 pajama days, and every single other day I've gotten up and gotten dressed, and most days I've like had a shower or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And some days I even put on makeup when I'm just around the house, just to convince myself, you know, to get out of the funk, really.
Katie Jarvis's question, did you see the eBay person on Dragon's Den a couple of weeks ago? The answer is no, I did not. He gets his stock from people and a third goes to charity. Got funding. eBay name is We Are Thrift. Never heard of him. Didn't know anything about that. Interesting thought that somebody would give you funding just to do your own flipping job. I don't know. It's very odd. Very odd, that. Let me see. I'm scrolling down. Normally, I would read out a lot more of the chat, but because I'm so far away, so far behind, I won't have time. Rowan's sad that you're blurry, Lex. Do you want to go out and come in again and try and cheer Rowan up?
Must I? Okay. Hold on.
She's mentioned that you're blurry several times. Oh, look, it's just me now. That'll learn you, Rowan. Complain about Lex being blurry and end up with just me. That'll learn you. Where are we? What would we do if Lex doesn't come back? I'll just sit here like an idiot. Kirsten's curiosity. I'm going to try that again. Kirsten's curiosity says, my friend has been making visors on his 3D printer. He needed some cash to help pay for materials. He got 10 times what he asked for in donations. That's fabulous, isn't it? Lex has put the link in the chat, by the way. Ah, there we go. An unblurred Lex. You look fantastic. You look wonderful. Lex has put the link in the chat, so it's justgiving.com/Francesca Price 1, basically. It's in the chat. Please do go along and chuck a quid on. Wouldn't it be lovely for that little girl to check her Just Giving page and discover that it randomly shot up? That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? And you've all got money left because you didn't give all your money to the 80s weekend, I'm sure. Although you were
all of it, all 17 million of it.
Okay. Lisa Heidinger was a drummer in her younger days, apparently.
We are well. You need to catch up.
She's in New Zealand, isn't she? Yeah.
Come on, quick fire. Come on.
It pays to view said you should be able to attach your old camera to the Mac via the USB port if you prefer this. I did do that, and it looks like this. Are you ready? Absolutely shocking light. Just the light. I cannot get the lighting right on it. So you either have me with a really bright, unpicked outable face, or you have me with a really red, far too picked outable face.
I prefer this one.
Well, that's it. The lighting was. I was sitting here trying to adjust the lighting so that I could use the webcam, and I just can't get it right at the moment, and it's so frustrating me. So I just stuck with this. I just have to look dreadful. Kirsten says you have a beautiful voice. Yeah. Nadine says she really likes Mrs. M's opening snippet, that pouring a drink sound. You know, she's got that. It's like a fizz where a bottle's opened, and then yeah. And Sazga says that always makes her want a drink. Nadine says people muttering about others not buying essentials need a fucking slap.
God, I can go shopping for whatever the hell I want.
Queenie Conquest says, Lex, is your home base open yet, and will you be going with a list?
Have managed to get stuff from other places, which is good. I mean, if home base was open, it would be great. I'm really glad I went the weekend before lockdown to get the paint, because if it rains this week, gonna do in here. But yeah, managed to get some bits and bobs of compost and stuff, and Josh sent flowers in the post and things, so that was good for the mum to crack on with. And then we got garden chairs delivered from Dunelm, 2 lots, because I accidentally over-ordered. But no, it's been okay. But yeah, there probably will be a list by the time like it does reopen, I'm sure.
I want some paint. I want to decorate this house because it's horrible. So I'm thinking I might go to B&M because I think they're still open because they sell food and stuff as well. And they sell Johnston's paint, which I happen to think is better. Why the hell have I got an opinion on this? I think Johnston's paint is better than Dulux. Why have I got that opinion? Why have I reached the age where I have an opinion on which paint is better?
I don't know, but I went for Farrow and Ball because, you know, it's Farrow and Ball, darling.
Because peer pressure, yeah.
Yeah. Because I want to be Instagrammable.
And Lisa J says, question, if you could be quarantined somewhere else, where would it be and who with? Excuse me.
Somewhere else. Can I be back in that Croatia holiday? Like, I'll be there, thanks. Maybe on Bunny Island, like with all the cute little bunnies. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome with all my friends, obviously.
I would like to be quarantined in a massive house with all my friends so that we were allowed to be together, but also that we had enough space to be apart.
Because as much as we are all missing people, also 24 hours a day with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So a massive house with all of my friends so that we could, so that it wouldn't feel like quarantine at all. Yeah, that would be favorite. I dreamt last night I went to Marmaris. Now, Marmaris is somewhere I've been on holiday many, many times, probably 20 odd times, and we were supposed to be going again next Monday, and of course we're not going. Surprise, surprise. I dreamt last night I went and it was shut. Now, I've never been to Marmaris when it was shut. It's never shut because it's a Turkish seaside holiday resort, and it just doesn't close. You can go shopping in Marmaris at 4 a.m. if you want. You know, you can buy a handbag at 4 a.m. in Marmaris. If anybody has accidentally closed their shop, the next door shop will go and phone them, and they'll come and open it for you. You know? Wow. and yeah, it was closed, and it was the most weird dream. I woke up and even the big whale that they don't have at Marmaris, the big whale that they have in an aquarium in my dream that doesn't actually exist, even he was sad because nobody was visiting him.
Oh, was he going, ooh?
It's just depressed. Marvelous, by the way, if anybody's wondering, they haven't got a whale in an aquarium. It was just dream world. Heather said their B&M's open. Mind you, there's a heck of a queue outside, and she agrees with you regarding Farrow and Ball paint. Son has chosen Stiff Key Blue for his bedroom. That sounds like a really good name, doesn't it? Stiff Key Blue.
That's the one I'm having for here, Stiff Key Blue. It's really nice.
Rebecca Turner said, "Oh, I found a mirror in Tesco reduced to £1.50." And Sailor says, "That was a good buy-in, Reflection." And it was really quick as well. He said he came out with that proper sharpish. Didn't have any time to think about it.
Genius.
Oh dear.
Genius.
Hiding with says Screwfix do click and collect DIY, and there is paint on Amazon called The One, and it's great. Okay. Still, it's a dream job choosing paint names for Farrow and Ball.
There's a few places that are doing click and collect, but obviously I don't have a car to go and collect. Because I would have got compost from like Asda or Tesco.
You can get a taxi to go and collect it for you.
Yeah, I suppose.
You've got a taxi company that you use. I bet if you rang them and said, "Would you?"
Yeah, they probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a consideration. There's nothing we desperately need now anyway, so yeah.
Okay. Kate Kinder would go to Santorini for quarantine. Where did quarantine come from?
You're again American.
Lainey had a dream that Laura had a mullet. Laura is her daughter. Jane says she saw dolphins on the Mersey on Friday.
I've seen dolphins off the west coast of Wales before.
I saw some when I was on my cruise. That's the only time I've ever seen dolphins in the wild. Margaret says that Home Base in Bridgend is one of the 20 stores that's open now.
Ooh, okay. I'll check that out.
And Becca Verduke says Stiff Key is a village on the North Norfolk coast. There we go. I finally got down to the bottom of the chat. I've only got down to the bottom of the chat by missing out most of what people have said. So I'm sorry that you've said wonderful things that I haven't read out. But if I'd read it all out, I don't think I'd have ever got to the bottom because I was so
More questions. Give us more questions.
And Rowan says repaint eggshell finish is great because it is washable.
What are you planning on doing on your walls?
I think it only works if you are the type of person who will wash it, though. I'd rather repaint it because I'm too lazy to clean it. Oh, Catherine says, I said morning. Morning, Catherine. Sorry, missed that. Sailor Way says, I saw dolphins in Torquay Marina when jet skiing in 1998. Ooh. And Jane says she genuinely did see 3 dolphins in the Mersey.
Wow.
Jay says, Almondsbury Garden Centre are doing deliveries, so I've ordered compost and grow bags for my veggies. We don't talk about Almondsbury Garden Centre, Lisa. It's a sore point with Josh. Very sore point.
With Josh. Yeah.
However, Josh's garden centre that was just down the road that had to close down because Almondsbury Garden Centre did so well. They are now doing a postal plant service. So if you do want any plants, give Josh a nudge, and he'll sort you out. I'm sure he will.
Yeah, I bought a bunch off him.
Yeah, Kirsten says, question, will you plan another reseller meetup? Abs-bloody-lutely. Whether this will be over in time for Hitchin this year, I do not know, or whether Andrew and Nick are even planning to do Hitchin this year, but I should imagine they will be if we can. But I can't see us fitting a Bristol. If we're out of this and Hitchin goes ahead, I can't see us fitting in a Bristol one this year as well, because it's too much for people to manage both if they're too close together. But certainly next year there'll be a Bristol one, definitely, providing this is all providing things are back to normal. Shane says, as well as the 3 dolphins, she did see a tyre as well, so it is still the Mersey. Queenie says, question to both: if overseas travel is not possible this year, what UK destination would you holiday in and why? If they lift lockdown enough for us to travel to holiday in the UK, then I will probably go down to Cornwall or Devon and do some. I've never actually gone on a UK holiday to Cornwall. I've gone on many to Devon, but I've never done Cornwall because Devon's closer and it's just as nice. And so, what would be the point? But I'm trying to realign my thinking about not just doing embracing life and doing more. So, yeah. Do you want to come and
I'd
stay
just
in
go to
Caravan in
Edinburgh.
Cornwall with me?
I'd go to Edinburgh because I freaking love Edinburgh. It is like a beautiful city, probably my favorite place in the UK. Actually, awesome city. And if I could go during like the Fringe Festival as well, like it is just the best, absolute best.
Is that Mummy?
So yeah.
Morning, Mummy.
Oh, she's making a video of the garden to someone.
I love it. Is she getting a YouTube channel? Mummy needs a YouTube channel of her own.
Oh,
Lisa says, what is the first thing you will do when we're back to normal, and who is the first person you will travel to see?
Probably, yeah. Well, other than obviously the locals, like Bianca,
travel to see. It's got to be me. It's got to be.
But and my sister, well, my sister will probably come here. But yeah, it would the next stop Bristol. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Double Karma says, question, how are you managing to source? I'm not, but then I don't need to. Having said that, I did have a massive load of stuff dropped off to me by a friend the other week as well. So even though I didn't need to source, that was another massive load of clothing that came in. So, but yeah, how are you managing to source? I'm not really, but I don't need to.
I have stuff.
Oh, man, I got some stuff. Joan says, if you were reincarnated, who would you come back as?
One of my cats. I'd come back as one of them because they get treated so bloody well.
I wouldn't mind coming back as myself and having another go round.
Can I? Oh, I was just about to say, can I have better parents with my mum still over there?
Awkward! Moving swiftly on! It would be interesting to come back as you and make one of those tiny decisions that they say takes your life in a completely different direction, wouldn't it?
Yes, but I am one of those. I genuinely believe that everything that has happened has meant to be and has led me to this position where I am right now for a reason.
Oh yeah, I don't want to change my life, but it would be awfully interesting to go and look at what would have happened.
Yeah, if you didn't, I don't know, because if I know the other results and was like, oh, that's a good one, can I have that? Would you be a bit disappointed with your own?
Because you'd have already had this one. We're talking reincarnation, not stopping this one and doing it. You say you'll have this one, so you'll get to have all of them.
Okay, so you can just have that other one and go like, oh, actually that one's all right as well.
Yeah, I see I don't see any reason why not. Andrea's pointing out that we should all be nursing hangovers with a cooked breakfast in Bristol today. We should. Right now, we should all be just leaning over the table going, oh dear.
Yeah.
I'm knackered. And I don't even get hangovers on account of the fact that I don't drink. Lainey says, question. Yeah, what reseller disguise are you using on Wednesday?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'm running out, Like I was sad.
I thought you did a very good job of being Zahir. I mean, you were almost indistinguishable from the real Zahir.
It took me ages to grow that beard, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, you were almost indistinguishable.
Yeah. But hey ho.
Craig says he'll come to Bristol when this is over, whether he wants me to. We do want you to come to Bristol, Craig. We'll have a mini meetup, even if we can't manage a big one.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. It's all scrolled off. Oh, bless you, Lisa. Lisa Heidinger says she wants to say thank you publicly to me. We've been chatting on Instagram message, whatever it's called when you're on Instagram. What's it called when you message people on Instagram? Instagram messages. We've been chatting back and forth on there. So I do hope you are resting, Lisa. They said she could go home as long as she rested. So she said she wasn't very good at rest. And I said, well, don't bother then. You go back into hospital. All right, I'll rest. Okay. Yeah, Lisa says, do Josh's parents own a garden centre? They owned a garden centre. It had to close because Almondsbury kind of drove out of business, but they are now doing a plant delivery service. I don't know if there's tomato plants or not. You'd need to give Josh a shout. And he seems to have gone back to bed. He seems to not be in the chat.
And the world is back to normal if Josh is in bed.
Yeah. But I can. What can I? Josh, contact Lisa J. There we go. But yeah, you want to ask. I don't know what they've got. I know you had some plants off him, but you didn't have tomatoes, did you?
No.
Susan's reminded us that we were going to do a UK road trip, and we should do that when lockdown is over. Absolutely, that's become even more like I want to fucking do that now. Yeah.
We were gonna go drive up to Auntie Sue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nip past Helen on the way as well. Yeah.
Susan says, morning Lex's mum, Sue Crew count 2.
Sue Crew in the house.
Ian, who's obviously hilarious, says Carla's going to Edinburgh Fringe Festival, which having it cut shorter first. But Sailorway says, I'd come back as myself, Joan, and what Carla said. Yeah, just have all the different versions of you. Make that little different decision every time. I'm sure there's a film where they do that, isn't there?
It's an episode of Red Dwarf, isn't it? As well, where Rimmer gets to see like the other decision thing. Is it that?
There's definitely an episode of Red Dwarf where that happens, but I'm sure there is a film where somebody keeps on making the different decisions to try the different ways.
Oh,
what is?
Butterfly Effect.
Is that it?
Well, that's a film that's like that. Yeah.
Steve says, man, imagine not meeting me. How terrible for both of you. My life wouldn't be the same.
My life would be
not the same if we not met Steve.
My life would be so much sadder for not meeting Steve.
Right, where is it? Karen says, if you could be famous for something, would it be sports personality or singing star? If I'm still me, it's never going to be sports personality, is it? Unless I do darts, because darts players are always a bit rotund, aren't they?
Oh no! I would love to see you as like a gymnast or something. You know, like on the bar.
I wanted to do gymnastics as a kid. I wanted to do gymnastics classes and ballet, and wasn't able to do either. My parents couldn't afford it, and I was always trancing around doing handstands and I was slim once. Didn't get fat until I was 13. I was so skinny as a kid that people would say, "Does she not eat?" I was a bony, skinny child.
Making up for it.
Yeah. Steve says, yeah, he'd be sitting over breakfast thinking, what the fuck did I say? It's all right, Steve, because we'd be reminding you of all the things you said. We never let you forget. And Heather's all like, oh, maybe that old line, I'm never going to drink again. Lisa says she is resting. She's colouring in. Oh, there you go. Josh is in, and he says he has 14 variations of tomatoes in at 150 each. So it was Lisa J. Lisa J, there's your Josh. Josh, there's your Lisa J. Do a thing between you. Rowan says Josh can be Carla's houseboy. I don't think Josh is any good at cleaning. You getting your tits out?
Chelsea Rooney wants to see my top.
You're further down the chat than I am, aren't you? I'm nowhere near there. Oh, and Josh getting waxed. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
And me and Josh getting married.
Yeah, there's going to be the wedding, isn't there? The reselling wedding.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, I think you know, I don't think Josh is my type anymore. I think you know, our differences.
Yeah, but I think your political differences might actually mean that it wouldn't be a divorce; it would be a murder.
Yeah, pretty much.
Joe, have you got any box set recommendations? I'm working my way through Golden Girls at the moment, but I've had to buy it on DVD. Do
you know when I read that earlier, I glanced at it earlier and I thought she said bot sex. As in, like, like, do you have any robot sex recommendations?
How many robot sex recommendations do you need?
No, right? Have you worn them all down already? Bloody hell!
Okay. Yeah, Dave says same. He was a bony rib sticking through when he was a teenager. Question on a similar theme. What about the film Big with Tom Hanks? If you found a Zoltar machine, what would you wish for?
Oh man,
I just want money, and I know that sounds really grasping, and it's not even that I want loads of money because I want to have loads of money. I just want to never have to think about whether I've got enough money again. I want to never have to check my bank account in case I've gone overdrawn, or wonder if I can afford something, or want to be able to help a friend and not be able to. I want, I just want I just want a comfortable sufficiency of money to never have to wonder if I've got any money, you know?
I'd like 192 million.
That's a specific amount.
Because I worked it out once to buy all of the things that I wanted and to give away the amount of money that I wanted to give away to like friends and family and stuff. That is what I needed. That's what I need to get my offshore rig, my fort in the North Sea, and my cattery in Brighton, and my club in London, and my flat in New York, and something else. So
how long ago did you do these calculations?
It was a couple of years ago now.
You probably need to add a bit on for inflation. And if you're going to do this after the global funding crisis, I don't know whether things are going to be cheaper or more expensive. So
I reckon I should still get my offshore fort though in the North Sea, because you know, big disco ball in the middle would be amazing.
Yeah. People are asking how they can contact Josh. You can stick your email address in the chat if you don't mind doing it, Josh. Or if not, you can tell people how to find you on Instagram or whatever. If one of the mods would allow that comment to pass through, that'd be great. I don't know who. I'm sure I've got mods in because we haven't had any trolls, so there must be mods there dealing with stuff. Unless all the trolls aren't up yet this morning.
Boring.
Maybe they're all asleep. All the trolls are now going, I am here, I am right. Right, it's been an hour. It's been an hour. It's been a fun hour.
We made it through.
Just about, yeah. It's been fun.
Yay.
Professor Lex Fantastic has done a fantastic job as always of keeping this going, because I don't know what I'd be saying to you people by now. Sunday night would be very much like the weekly waffle. It'd be me going, well, nothing's changed. Oh dear.
You know what my good thing about today is you know ice lollies tend to come in like a pack of 3, and there's 2 of us in this house, so we had one each yesterday and there's one left, and then my mum said, oh, I didn't really like that ice cream flavor. Score!
Win! Oh dear.
That's what I'm happy about today. Woo!
Oh, Queenie says, would you not wish for a COVID vaccine? I'm sorry, I thought I was allowed to be selfish. If I'm going to have one wish and I'm going to be altruistic about it, then I don't need a vaccine. Well, I just wish for it to go away. If I had to wish for a vaccine, then there'd still be a massive queue while people waited to get vaccinated and people would be dying. So if I was living in a non-coronavirus world when I made my wish, but obviously I'd wish for coronavirus to go away if I was living in a coronavirus world at the time. How does that sound better?
And all of the other horrible things ad infinitum. Everyone happy, everyone healthy, everyone good. Yeah?
Be a weird world, wouldn't it, if everyone was good?
It would.
Really odd.
Weird.
Really odd world.
It would be a little bit cartoony in a way, wouldn't it? It would be everyone gets into heaven.
It would just be so really, really weird if everyone was actually good and nice and kind all the time. It would be really fucking weird.
It would. It would be like almost the opposite of that invention of lying, isn't it? Like imagine in like that everyone is really, really good, and then the first person to like be a bit bad. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be the first person to be bad.
Okay, thank you to the 133 people who are sitting through this morning. It's not compulsory, by the way. You don't have to turn up, but we appreciate that you do.
We do have a register, and if you don't say hello, well, if you miss 3, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining. Do hit the thumbs up button if you haven't hit that bit's compulsory. If you're here and you're watching, then the thumbs up is compulsory. That's not an option. Do that. Oh, Store 69 says, I don't think enough sympathy has been aimed at the real victims of the lockdown, burglars. Imagine putting that on your universal credit form. Why are you needing to claim? No longer able to pursue a career.
And they can't claim 80% of their takings from last year, can they?
No. Oh dear. Right. Everybody have a lovely day. Everybody have a lovely life. Let's all just keep on swimming. Keep on swimming, people.
And bye don't die.
Bye don't die.
Greatest thing. I want that on a t-shirt. I really do.
Stay safe. Stay indoors. Stay hydrated. Stay beautiful. Stay at the Premier Inn when they're open again.
Stay still. Don't
Stay
move.
still. Awkward wave. Bye. Awkward wave. Bye. Still awkward.